Greetings from the Kingdom of Cambodia. We are alive and well, and we're here to bring you good news about amazing things, amazing stories, amazing people right here in the Kingdom of Cambodia. So we thank you for being with us right here on the Good Morning Cambodia show. And today we're excited to have Daniel Eang with us, entrepreneur, professional photographer, and avid traveler as well. So Daniel, it's awesome to have you here.
Thank you for having me, Jesse.
It's great. I'm looking forward to the conversation. For those of you that are with us today, you are in for a treat today. I believe that both the conversation as well as the insights as to some of the kind of unique aspects of Cambodia will be very intriguing for you. And so, Daniel, thanks. It's great to have you here. And we've known each other for a little while. And of course, I've enjoyed seeing maybe not all. I've enjoyed seeing some of your works, including obviously some of the works that we have right here displayed in our Good Morning Cambodia studio here. And Daniel, you are Kong Khmer. Born and raised right here in Cambodia, right?
Yes.
And since 2017, you've been back and forth, Australia, the U.S., and Cambodia. And so we grabbed you while you're here in Cambodia. And it's great. Looking forward to some great conversations this morning.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me, Jesse. I'm glad to be here. I just landed 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And I was really looking forward to speaking with you, like sit down and speak like this. So thank you for having me.
Well, it's going to be a good cup of tea, good conversation. And Daniel, like I mentioned, you were born and raised here in Cambodia. And then 2017, you moved to Australia to further your studies there. Then you came back for a gap year, right?
Yep.
And then you're now in the States pursuing your master's there as well. But I also know that you are an avid traveler globally, but also some real cool places here in Cambodia, as well as what I would say a professional photographer. And I know that, as well as an entrepreneur, I know you're in the building businesses and things like that as well. But especially with regards to what you're doing with traveling, photography, you see the world differently than a lot of people, including myself. I'm here. I can talk and I can have a good conversation. But the way you see the world is very unique. Maybe talk a little bit about your passion and your beginnings for both travel and photography.
Okay. Definitely. So my aim with photography is to bring people to places through my lens.
Yep.
And
bring people to places through your lens. Yeah.
Yes. So I first started photography. Well, I first had my interest in photography back in 2019.
Yep.
I believe it was at the beginning of COVID.
Right.
And at that time, I was in Melbourne, and there's a lockdown. So
right.
basically, I could not leave my house
yep.
too far or anything.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I decided to purchase a camera.
Yep.
And just learn a new skill.
Yeah.
Like all day, all night, and
yeah, you had time during the lockdown, right?
Definitely, just to kill time.
Yeah.
I didn't think much about it.
Right.
After that, I went to the park around my house and
yep.
started taking photos, which I then learned how to edit as well. The editing part was fun. But then, in order to have fun editing,
right.
I've got to have some cool shots as well.
Of course. Yeah.
So, and when the COVID lockdown was lifted for, I believe they tested it for 2 weeks just to lift the COVID lockdown.
Right.
I took my chances.
Right.
I went to a jungle and then took some shots.
Yep.
And I came back.
Yep.
And edited those photos, and then that was when I was like, oh wait, I actually enjoy doing this a lot.
Right.
It started as a hobby,
Right. Right.
and then I became a bit more of an extremist when it comes to travel.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I love going to places that has not been widely explored.
Right. Right.
So it would take a lot of time, energy, and also
Effort. Yeah.
it's also risky as well sometimes. 'Cause,
Mm.
like I do a bunch of cliff jumping and stuff, and just fly the drone and everything.
Yeah.
So you could say I'm an adrenaline junkie back then.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But yeah, that's how my photography kind of sparks itself. So I would consider myself an adventure photographer.
Interesting. So that's where both the travel and the photography kind of go hand in hand. Then it sounds like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as you're going to destinations, you're going there. Obviously, you can enjoy it and experience it and all that, but you're also going there to, you have a specific task at hand to let the rest of the world see some of these destinations through your lens.
100%, Jesse.
That's cool. You were just up in Alaska,
I
right?
was in Alaska.
In the middle of winter?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was cold.
Wow.
It was very cold.
Wow.
I thought I would have I thought I had frostbite
Yeah.
because when I was flying my drone, right, I had
Right.
to take the glove off.
Oh, the
Because-
middle of winter too.
Yeah, it's minus 24 degrees Celsius.
Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine. Yeah, I'm here in
I
the
hate the
tropics, man.
I hate the cold. But yeah, just flying the drones, taking my glove off. But it's a very good experience. I did a lot of fun stuff there.
Yeah.
Good people, good company, and just to be in the nature. And it's like this other world.
Yeah.
You know how I grew up in the tropical.
Of course,
and
yeah,
then I spend most of my time in the city.
Yep.
But then going there, it's just a completely another. It's like another world. All you see is just white snow, jungle covered in snow,
Yeah, yeah.
cars covered in snow.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to see polar bear. That's quite disappointing.
Yeah. Didn't find any on this trip, huh?
No, but Alaska was fun. Very fun.
Wow. That's cool. We could, I'm sure you could, numerous different continents and numerous different destinations. You've been to a lot of people, a lot of places, and for people that are interested in following your work, of course, they can go to your Instagram page,
Sure.
Daniel Nomadic. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So there's a lot of, and they can contact you through there, of course, as well if they need to.
Oh yeah, I always love chatting with people when they ask for like, where's this place? Where's that place?
Right.
What do you think of this? I really, I love chatting with new people. So definitely contact me.
That's cool. So Daniel, you've been to a lot of places that I haven't been. I've never been to Alaska. I've been in the tropics too long, man. I'd probably die up there. But you've been to a lot of cool places I haven't been to. Maybe a lot of our viewers even haven't been to. And obviously they can follow that, on your various social media there. But at the same time, you are Kon Khmer. You're Cambodian, right? Born and raised here. And you lived abroad, Australia, currently, pursuing your master's there in the States as well. But let's talk a little bit about you and Cambodia. And you're accustomed to the great big world that we have out there. You found your way out to the wilderness of Alaska. I probably wouldn't be able to do that, So you're a world traveler. You're accustomed to life in places like Melbourne, Australia, or California in the U.S. and all that. But tell me a little bit about your soul and your heart as a Cambodian. You live in modern places and travel and all that, but talk to me a bit about where your soul is as a Cambodian.
Okay.
If that's not too deep of a question.
No, I like it. I like it. First of all, this heart is 100% Cambodian.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
Every time I move to a different country,
Yep.
whether it's to travel, to pursue education,
Mm-hmm.
never once did I not want to visit Cambodia. Like if you can ask me, like if you ask me, what's the one country that that will always have a place in my heart,
Yeah.
it will be Cambodia, of course, because I did not just grow up here.
Right.
I lived here.
Yeah, yeah.
I lived different experiences. I lived different moments.
Yep.
I met different people. I've been to different places.
Yeah.
And all of that accumulates into a very, very deep rooted connection with this country.
Yep.
When I go to a more developed countries, let's say, for example, Australia,
Yep.
it's nice. It's a very nice country
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be in.
Of course, yeah. Melbourne is,
Melbourne.
several years ago is voted one of the most livable cities in the
Yeah.
world. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Very nice. Yep.
It's beautiful.
Yep.
But perhaps it's maybe because I grew up here, but deep down, there's something missing for me. And for years, I have been trying to find that answer.
Right.
But I think recently I just found it, and that's the people. Because when it comes to nature,
Yep.
sure, there's like nature, there's jungle and everything. But
Yep.
then the people, it's what makes the difference for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You in Cambodia, every time that you know how stressful it is when it comes to studying, when it comes to working.
A lot of pressures.
100%.
Yeah. A lot of
And,
pressures.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
involving in businesses.
Yep.
It's stressful. So I find myself every time I come to visit Cambodia,
Yeah.
I find myself finding excuses to
Yeah.
just escape the bustling city, the noises.
Yeah.
And I found myself just driving to the countryside,
Yep.
seeing the rice field, and then
Just going out to see and experience kind of the simple life
yes,
there, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and then seeing and experience that, right, Cambodian nature, and then after that, just talking to the local, the way
The simple people.
100%.
Yep. Maybe, they have a small little shop they're selling something, or maybe
Yeah.
they're farmers
Yeah.
or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And it's just, there are times when you are just involved in the outside world too much, you actually forgot what's going on here. And then you forgot to be grateful sometimes. And I forgot to be grateful sometimes.
Right.
And then that's when I would go to the countryside, talk with them,
Yeah.
see their smile,
Yeah.
communicate, listen to their stories.
Yeah.
And that's when I kind of feel better,
Right.
honestly.
Yeah.
So that's like my remedy,
Yeah.
therapy.
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. So you're absolutely right. And different stages in life can have a lot of pressures, and busyness, lack of time to do a lot of the things that you want to do, or even to reflect, or all that. But then you step back into Cambodia, and you were born and raised here in the big city, Phnom Penh. But it sounds like you find yourself, when you come back to Cambodia, you find yourself even getting out of the city and just connecting with the simple people outside the city. And
Yes.
that's where you're able to kind of clear a lot of things. And I understand what you mean. To a degree, it's kind of like you're reminded of what life and society and relationships are all about. I mean, look, we set some big goals, and we have achievements, and we have responsibilities, and we have different public images, and all that stuff, but then when you get back and you connect with some of the simple people in the rural areas,
Yes.
They're lovely, genuine people. They probably don't really care about their public image on social media. They probably don't have any massive goals, but they're a nice auntie and uncle with some kids that, they work hard. They care for their family. They love the people around them. They're a bit laid back even maybe sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're kind of reminded that, wow, these are people that have, a heart and a soul just like me. And they're actually not nearly as stressed as I am even. And they're friendly and they're inviting me to lunch and they just met me 10 minutes ago.
Right.
And it can be a breath of fresh air, can't it?
100%.
Yeah.
The countryside, I would say, is always the place. If I can recommend to anyone who's like looking for an escape, countryside.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, Jesse? Where, is there any places in Cambodia that you sort of like your getaway spot?
Yeah. I love to travel, experience new places as well, and maybe even a bit of just kind of what I was saying. Look, I mean, we can all be real and I believe as authentic as possible. That, yeah, sure, there's some nice public images and all that. We do have responsibilities. We do have demands. Oftentimes there's lots of even requests, and you have to kind of filter those. How often do you say yes? How often do you say no? That's kind of where I've ended up in life to a degree. But at the end of the day, I love people. Honestly, I love people. I love, even these types of conversations, and whether it's recorded or not recorded, I don't care. It's a nice conversation. You're a good guy. I'm a good guy. We're having a nice cup of tea, right?
100%. Yes.
And so Cambodia's got plenty of natural beauty, but I just came from Kokong province, for instance.
Tell me about it.
And Kokong province is one of the 4 coastal provinces. It borders Thailand. And I've always believed that even with regards to tourism and travel, Kokong is kind of an unpolished gem. One of the reasons is because the national highway from National Road number 4 over to Kokong has been being rebuilt. Okay. And so travel from places like Phnom Penh to Kokong has been a bit challenging. But the road is probably about 70% complete and will be completed in 2025. That will be a game changer because that will mean that you can travel from Phnom Penh to Kokong in 3.5 hours. And then there's also another highway being completed from Battambang to Kokong over the mountains there. And that will be another about 3 hours. So that will be a game changer for Kokong province. Kokong province has both coastal regions, has both islands, and also has very nice mountainous region with a lot of ecotourism up there, and every type of resort. You can do very simple to very high-end resorts up there in the mountains as well. So, I just returned from there. Stayed at a nice resort called No Kokong, right on the beach with the mangroves there. And but the resort was nice. The views were nice. The kayaking out on the mangroves was nice. The fresh seafood was amazing. It was really it was really good. But the resort is owned by a friend of mine, and I would say that was the most special part of this short little trip. I stayed there 2 nights. Right. The best part was connecting with a friend of mine. That he's the one who developed it. I remember several years ago, he kept saying, "Hey, Jesse, I got this kind of beachfront property there in Kokong. I want you to come and visit it." And I actually never took the time to go visit it until last year. And he was just in the process of kind of constructing the resort, and now it's opened there. But sitting there with him, with his wife, his kids actually go to school here in Phnom Penh, but his kids were down there in Koh Kong spending time with his, I think, 3 kids as well, and having some nice meals and having some nice talks and all that. That was one of the best parts. And cool thing, sorry to take up so much time in this. This is your conversation, but
no, definitely.
One of the cool things is there was an Australian gentleman and his wife that had just showed up at the resort there. And my friend, the owner of the resort, doesn't really speak English, although his employees do. And this Australian guy was talking to one of the staff about traveling from Koh Kong all the way up to Siem Reap to visit the Angkor Wat temples. And so the owner said, Jesse, can you talk to him and figure out exactly kind of what he wants us to arrange as far as transportation?
Okay.
So the staff were actually dealing with it fine, but I went and talked to him, and it was an Australian guy and his wife, retired, that had been traveling throughout Thailand for the last year. Just, retirement and the stuff you like to do too, traveling around. And he found himself at the Thai-Cambodian border there in Koh Kong province.
Okay.
And said, honey, let's go to Cambodia. Just spur of the moment, no plan at all. So crossed the border, no SIM card or anything, hadn't prepared in advance. Someone brought him to somewhere where there was a Wi-Fi hotspot. He looked it up and said, "Oh, let's go stay at this resort. It looks nice." And next thing I know, he's there, and he said, "I hear there's this place called Angkor Wat." He was sorry to say, and maybe he'll listen to this later, but he was to a degree kind of clueless about Cambodia.
Okay.
Wasn't really familiar with Angkor Wat, Siem Reap, nothing. But he kind of looked online a little bit. Oh, there's this place called Angkor Wat. I'm thinking maybe I should go up there, And then I said, well, what you ought to do is you ought to go to Phnom Penh, spend a couple days in Phnom Penh. He has time available. He's a traveler.
Gotcha.
So I said, maybe you ought to go up to Phnom Penh for a couple days, and then from Phnom Penh go up to Siem Reap, visit the Angkor, the historical site up there. And he said, oh, Phnom Penh, okay. Is there like any accommodation there or anything like that? I said, yeah, I mean, you can go to some of the travel apps. And he came back to me a little while later. He said, wow, there's actually even Marriott's and Hyatt's, and it's like an actual city, right? I'm like, yeah, it's not a village, man, But he ended up staying a couple more nights there in Koh Kong, enjoyed his time there, and he's probably traveling around the country somewhere now. It was nice meeting him. It was nice being able to maybe enlighten him a little bit about what Cambodia has to offer, and I hope it was a good trip for him, or probably still is a good trip for him right now. He's probably traveling around. So, long answer to a short question. Places that I like to go. Look, I mean, we could go to the islands. We can go to the mountains, even up to the mountains. There, on my way to Koh Kong, mm-hmm. I stopped by another place up in the mountains, halfway down to Koh Kong City on the beach, called Tma Bang, and Tma Bang District. Okay. And there's very nice eco resorts there. I'm friends with one of the owners there, so I stopped by and chatted with him. And then the governor actually has his rambutan plantation just right there in that area as well. So stopped by his house or her house and her husband, and chatted with them briefly. That's and beautiful. So it's, while the sights were awesome, I got some very amateur photos. You would get much better photos, but the conversations and the relationships with the different people, from the governor's employee that stuck me and my kids on a quad, a off-road vehicle, and drove us around, and the nice chats with him. That's to fun. The resort owners, to this random Australian guy showing up and being able to, kind of bring him into our very special world here in Cambodia. It's the conversations are great, and maybe I'll say this as well. And look, I love the world. I love all nationalities, mm-hmm. But in Cambodia, almost anywhere you go, almost any conversation you enter into, you will be, for the most part, there's always a few exceptions, but for the most part, you will always be accepted. You will always be welcomed. There won't be really any judgment on you, whether it's a brand new meet that you bump into somebody or meet somebody. Very welcoming, very genuine people here in Cambodia. So yeah, for me, wherever I go, if we can have some nice conversations, meet some nice people, then it's been a very special trip.
Definitely. Well, shout out to the Australian guy for making that spontaneous decision.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, literally, he knew nothing, and his wife was Asian, and so some of the employees tried to speak to her in Khmer, and she's actually Filipino, and so spoke to her, and they said, "Do you speak Khmer? Do you speak Khmer, the Khmer language?" And he said, "What's Khmer?" So he had no clue about what Cambodia is or anything. But I'm sure he's been very well surprised.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think one of the most misconception about Cambodia is that it's not safe.
Yeah.
That's one,
Yep.
and it's underdeveloped.
Yeah. Misconceptions.
Right.
Yep.
And I beg to differ.
Yeah.
Because I brought I invited my foreigner friends, international friends.
Yep. People that
here.
you've known from abroad. Yeah.
And they said this. They said, "I'm not gonna lie."
Yeah.
They said, "I'm not gonna lie. Before you invited me to Cambodia, I had all sorts of skepticism in my mind, and most of them are negative stuff about Cambodia, because I heard some stuff about it over the news, whether it's the propaganda and everything.
Yeah.
But after you brought me to the country itself, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a very simplistic country. It's the people are nice, the food are nice.
Yep.
And
What about safety? What were their observations about safety?
He mentioned that, well, I did ask him at the end of the trip, "What do you think? Do you think it's safe?" He was like, "Well, no one snatched my bag."
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, and he was like, I didn't get threatened or anything at all.
Of course not. Yeah.
And that's when I'm like, yeah, exactly. So, and that's when I came across one of your podcasts where you said, in order to learn about a culture, you can read all the books you want, but unless you live it or indulge in it, you would never be able to fully understand it.
That's right.
And I second that.
Yeah.
Because after bringing him here, he's like, this country is very rich in culture.
Absolutely.
And the people, like it or not, they embraces the culture.
Yeah.
They embraces the culture deeply rooted.
Yeah.
And yeah, it hurts to hear the misconception.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But
especially it's not safe. It's underdeveloped.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not true. Safety, you and I both know.
Yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't even. Now we live here, and so obviously we're very accustomed to how things work, but it never crosses our minds. And honestly, for any traveler, even their first day in Cambodia, it shouldn't cross their mind. It's not necessary to cross your mind to worry about what the culture is or anything or what the safety is.
Yeah.
There's no need to cross their mind. We're safe.
Yeah, definitely. That's just something I want to address.
Yeah.
Misconceptions.
Yeah. You like I mentioned, Daniel, you've traveled the world, and you've gone to a lot of cool places around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Cambodia is not Dubai.
Right.
We're not Hong Kong.
Right.
We're not Singapore. We're not Sydney or Melbourne or, and Cambodia has gone through tragic times in the past, but to be honest, the last, especially last 20 years, have experienced rapid development. Different people see the world differently. And this is one of the reasons I'm glad that you can be here, because and maybe you could even address this a little bit to our Bompong Khmer, maybe even around the world. Maybe look, it would be easy for you to take a trip over to Dubai or Singapore or New York or Sydney or wherever, and then come back to Cambodia and start to say, well, why isn't Phnom Penh like Dubai, or why isn't Sihanoukville or Kampot like Sydney, and why doesn't Cambodia get its act together? And you guys are sometimes some people can kind of get caught up in that mindset, critical mindset maybe, but I think you have a different perspective. Maybe talk to me a bit about that.
What I try to tell them is that Cambodia is a young country with a rich history.
Yep.
Because like every young country, we are trying to grow. Like it or not, slowly, like slow or fast, we are growing every day.
Yep.
And if we look at Cambodia, like you mentioned, for the past 20 years to today, the ability to bounce back from that dark era, it's spectacular, in my opinion.
Yep, that's right.
Like, our resiliency is strong. If you if the world takes out Cambodia is this or that, but if you look at our resiliency, I think it's very strong.
Absolutely.
Because how many countries, I'm not trying to compare, but how many countries have suffered the same fate and bounced back as well? And for how long? To me, this country is trying its best every day. Of course, we are still young, and like every young person, like toddlers or anything, we are still learning. And it's important we have a student mindset. We are curious. We are open to suggestion and new technologies. Like, for the past 5 years, I've seen so many technological development in this country. A lot of skyscrapers as well, and also a lot of foreign investment coming into Cambodia as well. And I believe they see something in this country. Because
those that are coming to invest, those that are coming even to visit.
Definitely. I strongly believe this country is steering in the right direction.
I believe that too.
Right. And if we keep going at the pace that we're going, maybe even though it's a bit faster or a bit slower, I think I strongly believe that we will be able to compete on the global stage. I strongly believe that. It might be an audacious goal, but I have high hopes. But all I can say is that, to my fellow Cambodians, be patient with the growth of our country, and I strongly encourage them to improve every day individually, because only as that can they improve collectively. And when you improve collectively, that's when you can improve as a country, because your country needs you. And like it or not, everyone, I believe, is the backbone of this country's development. So back to the questions, when you ask me what do I think, like, I'm not gonna compare Cambodia to any other country. It's nice, but every country has its own uniqueness. Let's say, for example,
I love that statement.
Right? Dubai is known for its infrastructure. Hong Kong, it's known for its culture as well. And dim sum.
Yeah, it's nice.
And every country, so it would be it would be not smart for me to just irrational for me to just compare different countries. And I believe Cambodia has its own uniqueness as well.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of uniqueness, in my opinion.
Yep.
The culture, the history,
Yep.
the people,
Yep.
the food. It's just we need a bigger arsenal to push out our what we have to offer.
To highlight what we offer. Yeah.
Yes. And for the past like few years, I've seen those rapid development in spreading out words to foreigners who are looking to come to Cambodia.
Yeah.
When I first went to Australia,
Yeah.
I was so surprised because they asked me where I'm from, and I said Cambodia.
Right.
The answer kind of disappointed me, but in a way, it shows me that, oh, okay, we need to do more as a country. And then surprisingly, when I went to America at the start of this year,
Yeah.
they asked me where I'm from. I said Cambodia.
Yeah.
And they know Cambodia. They know Cambodia.
Yeah.
And not just because of Angkor Wat or
Right.
the Khmer Rouge.
Right.
I asked them, how do you know Cambodia? Oh, you guys are doing some great stuff, man.
Wow.
Like I've seen some stuff beside Angkor Wat and stuff.
Right.
Because when we travel, when Cambodian travels, they like to tell stuff about, the country and everything.
That's right. Yeah.
And I believe that's how the world, people from other country kind of know Cambodia.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
That's encouraging to hear.
Opinion.
That's really encouraging to hear. Talk to me a bit, or talk to us a bit about maybe some hidden gems or some unknown facts about Cambodia that maybe many of our viewers at least wouldn't be aware of.
Normally we would relate something that is smelly to taste bad, but in Cambodia we have this thing called bahok.
Prahak. Yeah.
We have this thing called bahok, right?
All right, let's talk about Prahak. Let's talk about Prahak. The world needs to know Prahak.
It smells bad, but it tastes so good. To a point where you eat it, the more you eat it, it becomes to smell good. In my opinion, in my biased opinion.
Yeah. All right, we got to introduce Prahak to the world then.
So if you're in Cambodia, you have to try bahok. You have to try bahok. That's one, right?
Yeah. So do you want to give them any description of what Prahak is, or do you just want to keep it a secret for when they come?
No, I'm not. That's all I'll say. It smells bad, but it tastes so good.
All right.
And the more you eat it, the more you'll enjoy it.
Yeah. So when you come, make sure you try Prahak. We're not gonna go into any more detail. That's for you to discover.
A mystery.
But it's one of our little hidden gems. And don't be turned off by the smell. Right? Just go for the taste first, and see what you think.
100%. When it comes to hidden gem, when it comes to traveling and hidden gems, I have two places that really resonates with me and that helped me a lot during my tough time. Would you mind if I?
I'd love to hear. Yeah, I'd love to hear.
Yeah. So one of them is Cardamom Tented Camp. Shout out to Cardamom Tented Camp. Alan and his family, beautiful family, and his crew as well.
Yeah.
So Cardamom Tented Camp is this secluded glamping site. In the middle of the jungle. In the
Cardamom Mountains.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
They have this glamping site. Everything is just eco, so everything is recycled.
Yep.
So it's in Koh Kong actually.
Okay, in Koh Kong province. Yeah.
Tapeng Rung.
Tapeng Rung. Yeah.
It's about 20 to 30 minutes boat ride from the mainland.
So it's only accessible by boat?
I'm not sure about that. They might be building the road now.
Okay. But the main access is
when I went.
When you went is by boat. Yeah.
And I prefer it that way.
Yeah.
it's like this secluded camping site, glamping site in the middle of the cardamom jungle.
Yeah.
When you go, it's just serene.
Hmm.
The place itself is serene.
Yeah.
And then at night, you just sleep under layers and layers and layers of stars.
Hmm.
If you're an astrophotographer, you would love it.
Wow.
Actually, I actually tried astrophotography there myself, and wow, voila.
Wow.
And the guide there, they have the jungle trekking tour, which takes you through the jungle itself, that they kind of pave the way.
Right.
But you still have to walk through the flow of the waterfall.
Yeah.
And then you eat when it comes to lunch, it's handmade, it's home cooked as well.
Wow.
It's just
some
beautiful.
ingredients there in the jungle. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Also, they have like the night boat ride.
Oh wow.
Which you go there to spot rare animals.
Really?
Rare
so the
animals.
boat ride, is it like a river that goes through there, or a stream or something? A stream. Yeah.
And their rowing skill is top notch, because underneath there's so many rocks.
Yeah.
Right, but then
it's nighttime too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just they're very skillful.
Yeah.
And I believe that it's a very good experience for one to enjoy and savor. Yeah. And
wow.
the next one is Eravata. Eravata Foundation.
Okay.
So they are like the elephant sanctuary.
I've heard of them. Yeah.
They help preserve elephant.
Right.
Funny, I went there for the countdown 2 years ago.
Is that up in Mandalakiri? Ratanakiri. Okay. Yeah.
I grew up loving elephant.
Right.
I had like the connections with elephants.
Yeah.
Right. So when I went there, I was jungle trekking. I was doing jungle trekking
up in Ratanakiri, which is a northern province that's decently remote.
Yes.
As well. Yeah. Yes. Again, a lot of ecotourism and things like that up there. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I was doing like jungle trekking with Bokwa, one of the, I was like king elephant, or like the leader of the elephant there.
Yeah.
He's 50 years old. And he's such a giant, a gentle giant.
Yeah.
Like when you walk, for those of you that
the elephant's 50 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So for those of the listener, when you walk with the elephant in the jungle, they are able to maintain a very safe distance and a safe pace from you. It's like in their minds, I cannot walk too fast, or I'll step on this little human, something like that.
Interesting. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Such a giant, but such a gentle giant.
Yeah.
And then I did like the washing for him. He's just chilling, like a kid enjoying a shower. Right.
Yeah.
They also had a baby elephant that's being grown up every day.
Yeah.
It's called Noel.
Noel.
Like Christmas.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet Noel again soon. So those are my two hidden gems when it comes to traveling in Cambodia.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. I've never been to either of those places actually, and so you have my wheels turning as well. I need to check them out.
I'm actually curious. Do you have any like hidden gems, hidden spot that you like to visit in Cambodia?
Hidden. Like I said, up in I really do enjoy Tma Bang district in Koh Kong.
Right. Okay.
And then you can go a bit further down the road to the Arain district as well. And then if you go even further down the road, you're in Chipat. District. And so it's all kind of along that road in Koh Kong province as well.
Okay.
And so I've really enjoyed that, and it's not that well known, but and this is what again, this is what a lot of people need to understand about Cambodia as a whole, as well as all of these destinations. Just because they're not well known doesn't mean that you are in American English, we'd say you're roughing it, and that,
Okay.
you know, that there's no facilities and that you're being eaten alive by mosquitoes and there's bugs. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. Even, you know, these places that you mentioned, whilst you take a boat to get there but there's, you know, it's glamping. And so you have a proper place to stay, and there's food. You're not starving to death, you know, and there's no dangers involved, you know. And so even for me, I love kind of those kind of mountainous districts as well, that maybe are not that well known, but I mean, I can, and it's not a glamping experience, although there is glamping actually available in some of those areas as well. But it's not well known, but I can still get my shot of espresso in the morning. I can still eat some wonderfully, you know, locally grown fruit. I'm not starving to death. The accommodation is wonderful. The staff are well trained, you know. So a lot of people even kind of think of Cambodia like that. They think, well, because I've never heard of Cambodia, it must be kind of backwards and back in the sticks and dangerous. It's not that for all of Cambodia, as well as so many of these destinations. I would say another one is I enjoy some of the trips to some of the islands. There's some very nice developed islands, but you can rent a boat and go to numerous of the undeveloped islands as well. And whether that's, you know, a short little, simple little fishing trip or things like that, you know, there's different ones. I was on Ka Se not too long ago. Yeah, exactly, right? Because it's completely it's a virgin island. There's nothing there. There's I think there's 2 small huts where a couple Navy officers are stationed, but besides that, it's an undeveloped island. That one is near. That one's off of. You can either go off of Kaip or Kampot, and then it's not far from Koh Tral. It's not far from Phu Quoc, Vietnam. So it's just right there.
Gotcha.
But it's, you know, rent a boat, head out there, maybe have them stop at a couple fishing spots, grill something on the boat, go explore a bit, chill a bit at an island where there's nothing. I mean, there is a small little pier because it's close to the Vietnam border. And so there's a pier and there's like 2 little huts where a couple Navy officers and their families are stationed.
Oh, wow.
But then the rest of the island is untouched. So, you know, you can come in, you can stop there and wander around and go swimming and, you know, cook yourself something. So, you know, and there's numerous other little islands like that. And so, you know, renting a boat for a day doesn't cost an arm and a leg. And, you know, and then cruising around. Last time we were out there, we saw some dolphins out in the sea. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So, you know, and I don't remember what the boat costs, but it was, you know, for the whole day.
It's affordable.
Yeah, you know, I think it was under $100 or something. You know, it wasn't that much. Yeah. So yeah, you know, things like that are very doable, and some unique experiences as well.
I might go tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
Now you got my heart racing. Okay.
Yeah. Gossa. Yeah.
I've been trying to find like a diving spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I didn't really look into diving, what's available out there, but again, these are virgin islands, and so you're likely to find some cool stuff out there.
Definitely on the top of my list right now.
All right, man. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Daniel, you know, as we wrap up here, photography, and I know that, of course, you're very well connected, you know, in even the photography community here in Cambodia as well. One, like we mentioned, if people want to follow your work, it's at Daniel Nomad on
Daniel Nomadic
on Instagram. What have been some of your personal favorite kind of photography expeditions or photographs that you've been able to capture through your lens here in Cambodia?
That's a very good question, actually.
Yeah. Do you have any favorites? I mean, you know, you don't have to have just one favorite, but maybe some of the ones that.
I have a bunch of favorites.
Yeah, it's okay to have a few more than one favorite, but what would be some of the top ones?
Yeah, I'm happy to share about it. You know, on the top of my list.
Yep.
When I went to Cardamom Tented Camp, right?
Yep.
I was flying drones.
Yep.
I was getting some sick footages.
Uh,
Out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere. I knew the drone was almost out of battery.
Right.
But me being me,
yeah,
I still flew.
Yeah, you just gotta push it to the last bit of juice in the battery.
And then when I pull it back, it just dropped into the water.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And I thought I lost my drone.
Right.
But for some miraculous reason, it just came back up and flew home. And that never happened.
Right.
I checked online, that never happened.
Right.
So that was one of my favorite photo expedition because on top of that, I got like some shots of the cardamom jungle as well. Yeah, which I really love.
Yeah.
Also, with my love for elephant, I'm glad that I'm able to capture that photo.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it shows it's an infusion between Cambodian history and my favorite animal.
Right.
So it just shows how majestic that animal is.
This is the ancient elephant terrace. Is that right? Is that what they call it? The terrace?
I believe so. It's a gate.
Gate. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
it's a gate where people and gears are being transported.
Yep.
But it just shows how rich and how dated back our history is.
Right.
We use elephant to help with most of our transportation.
Yep.
And that's why, and that's the second favorite of mine.
Wow. Yeah.
And the third one, it's just the rice field photo.
Yeah.
Like I have a rice field photo where I call it the grandfather's land.
Yep.
Because it's a place where my granddad grew up in.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate enough to capture a shot there, like the drone, white drone shots there.
Yeah.
Of the rice field.
Wow.
And that's his resting place now.
Yeah.
So I find myself visiting that rice field a lot.
Yeah.
Just to, like I mentioned, just to, escape from the city.
Yeah.
Beside that, it's people smiling. I love capturing people's smiles.
Yeah.
Especially in the candid moment.
Yeah.
So those are some of my favorite moments of photography.
I love it.
And surprisingly, it's all in Cambodia, right?
Yeah. I think not surprisingly. Not surprisingly. In closing, what would be your maybe invitation to our friends around the world, wherever they are? What would be your invitation regarding what we have to offer here in Cambodia?
For sure. Because we have more to offer than temples and dark history. We have the food, we have the people.
Yep.
And whatever the negative stuff you hear, or the propaganda that they hear, that's what I'm trying to say. Take it with a grain of salt. Unless, like you mentioned, if you haven't visited or indulged in the culture yet, no matter how many books, no matter how many news you watch, documentary, you wouldn't be able to fully experience it.
Right.
So come here, experience it, see what it's like. And if you like it, go back, tell your friends. If you don't like it, well, things happens.
Yep. That's right.
But if you're here and then you enjoy some stuff or need some like place recommendation, definitely hit me up.
Right.
I'm down to just share those places.
Yep.
And also keep in mind when I hope that when people are visiting this country, I hope they keep in mind that it's still a young country.
Mm-hmm.
It's a developing country.
Yep.
But we are still growing every day. We
absolutely.
are trying to grow every day.
Yep.
As a community.
Yeah.
Individual and community. And for a business, if they value community, then Cambodia is the right place for them, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like every young country, we have strength, we have weaknesses.
Yep.
So it takes someone to believe in us and help harness our strength, help develop our weaknesses.
Yep.
And Cambodia will shock the world.
Absolutely.
In my opinion.
I believe that too, man. I believe that too.
Awesome.
Daniel, thanks so much.
Thank you, Jesse.
It's been a wonderful conversation, and for all of you that have joined us today, thank you for your time. And do feel free to contact any of us. And we're looking forward to bringing you more intriguing stories, insights into everything that Cambodia has to offer right here on Good Morning Cambodia. Daniel,